let's unpack this. Today, we're diving into some truly mind-bending material. Stuff that suggests we're not just living through interesting times, but are maybe on the precipice of a monumental planetary shift.
Yeah, a huge one. Something supposedly foretold for millennia, and it's said to be influencing every single one of us. Right now.
Exactly. So this is a journey into, well, cosmic cycles, profound planetary changes, and what sounds like a deeply personal call to evolution. Our sources for this deep dive are, well, they're quite unique. They come from what are described as spiritual transmissions, channeled messages.
Right. Not your typical scientific journals.
Definitely not. We'll be exploring a fascinating transmission from the Pleiadian light forces. It was shared on YouTube by BISPO, and it paints this really vivid picture of dramatic cosmic events unfolding.
Okay.
And alongside that, we have a profound message from something called the Planetary Council, which was channeled by Za via Maria Lustig. This one offers a more urgent, deeply personal invitation for humanity. You know, how do we respond to all this predicted change? So it's really important for you listening to understand these aren't traditional scientific papers, not at all. They present a specific worldview, right? A spiritual narrative of reality.
Absolutely. And our mission today isn't about validating or, invalidating these claims.
Yeah.
It's more about impartially exploring the perspectives they offer, trying to extract the core insights, understand how they suggest we might navigate these changes, both globally and in our own lives. And what's fascinating here, I think, is how these two distinct sources, different origins, different methods, they seem to converge on a single powerful narrative.
Yeah.
It's like a cosmic crescendo, aligning with this profound call for evolution, both individual and collective.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal is to pull out those core insights from both, understand the what, the why, the how of this predicted transformation, at least according to these perspectives.
Right.
It's about recognizing this, grand unfolding story that we're apparently all a part of and figuring out the role we might play, as these sources suggest. We're going to really delve into the specifics of these transmissions, try to give you a comprehensive grasp of the ideas they're putting forward.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. That first source, the Pleiadian light forces transmission, it just drops us right into the heart of a monumental planetary change.
Right away.
Driven by cosmic systems. And at the center of it all is something pretty incredible, an event they call the Great Solar Flash.
The Great Solar Flash. It sounds big.
It does. And it's not described as just some minor blip on the cosmic radar. It's painted as this pivotal, transformative event. Huge consequences.
Indeed. And according to this Pleiadian transmission, this event is not random. It's apparently part of a highly cyclical cosmic mechanism.
Okay, cyclical. How so?
Well, it explains that approximately every 13,000 years, a specific cosmic system, and these sources sometimes identified as a brown dwarf star, moves through our solar neighborhood.
A brown dwarf. Okay.
Yeah. And as this system approaches, its gravitational pull, its electromagnetic influence, it supposedly causes our own sun to react in a very specific, very powerful way.
Oh.
It releases a monumental wave of photonic plasma light. And this is portrayed as way more significant than, say, a typical solar flare or a CME,
Right, much bigger.
Much bigger. The transmission outlines these profound impacts of this light. It's not just an explosion. It's described as a radiant burst designed with specific, almost intelligent purposes. So first off, this light is believed to activate the current grid of our planet.
Earth's grid, you mean like ley lines or?
Kind of.
Yeah.
When these sources talk about the grid, they often mean this intricate, crystalline, energetic matrix, sort of underlies our physical reality.
Ah, okay. Like an energy scaffolding.
Exactly. It holds the planet's energetic structure, distributes life force, maintains stability, supposedly. So activation implies an upgrade, right? A recalibration of this fundamental framework, getting it ready for a higher vibrational state.
Gotcha. And what else?
Secondly, this photonic light is said to update all DNA-based life.
Update our DNA? Wow.
Yeah, implying a biological and spiritual evolution for every living thing on Earth,
Oh.
like a recoding maybe? Repatterning our genes, awakening dormant strands or potentials linked to higher consciousness, higher abilities.
Dormant DNA. That's a common theme in these kinds of sources, isn't it?
It is. And maybe most remarkably, this light is believed to restore Earth to its original crystalline pattern.
Original crystalline pattern. What does that mean exactly?
Well, in many spiritual traditions, it refers to an ideal, pristine, energetic blueprint for a planet. a state of perfect alignment, purity, high resonance.
Ah, like Earth's perfect design.
Kind of, yeah. Its original perfect energetic design. And this event is supposedly intended to recalibrate it back to that unsullied primordial state of balance and beauty.
Okay.
And the source explicitly connects this to prophecy, too. It says that ancient alignments predicted by sages and stellar elders, they aren't just abstract forecasts from way back when.
Right.
They were actively activating a multidimensional transition right now in our time. Like, these prophecies are cosmic calendars mapping out these grand cycles of transformation.
And the transmission, it's not talking about something way off in the distant, nebulous future. It declares this event as imminent.
Imminent, that's a strong word.
It is. It's almost startling in its urgency. The source even gives this specific detail, claiming we are reportedly 26 years into the current 13,000-year cycle.
26 years in.
Which, if you follow their logic, suggests the Great Solar Flash is actually overdue.
Overdue.
Yeah, and therefore could unfold at any moment. It really makes you sit up and pay attention, doesn't it? It makes you consider what might be happening around us, maybe within us right now, if these claims hold any water.
And we connect this to the bigger picture. These sources draw a fascinating parallel, but something science might, conceptually describe as a solar nova, though with some pretty profound distinctions.
How so? Different from a nova.
Well, according to the transmission, this event isn't just a spontaneous eruption from the sun. It's said to ignite when sufficient electromagnetic pressure is created between our sun and the approaching brown dwarf star, that cosmic system we mentioned.
The interaction between them.
Exactly. That brown dwarf star, too big for a planet, too small for a star, sometimes called a failed star.
Right.
As it gets closer, the electromagnetic fields of our sun and this brown dwarf supposedly create this dynamic tension, like a pressure cooker effect. It builds and builds until it hits a critical point, and that triggers the solar flash. And the light that comes out during this event, it's described as profoundly unique.
How unique?
It's not common light, they say. It's living intelligence, coded with divine instructions.
Living intelligence coded. Wow.
Yeah. So from this perspective, the light isn't just photons carrying energy. It's like a carrier wave of conscious information, infused with specific frequencies, blueprints for evolutionary change, designed to interact directly with life at a fundamental level.
So what's its purpose then, according to them?
Multifaceted and deeply transformative.
Yeah.
First, to awaken dormant DNA within humanity, activating those genetic potentials we haven't accessed yet.
Right, the DNA activation again.
Second, to transmute human consciousness to a higher state, meaning a fundamental shift in our perception, our awareness, our ability to process reality, weaving us beyond, fear-based patterns towards more unity, more love.
The consciousness shift.
And crucially, it's intended to initiate Earth's entry into the fifth dimension light field.
The fifth dimension. Okay, people talk about that a lot. What do these sources mean by it?
Well, here, it's usually not seen as a physical place in space. It's more a state of being, a higher vibrational reality characterized by things like unconditional love, unity consciousness, and maybe a less dense, more fluid experience of existence.
State of being. Got it.
And to lend more weight to this incredible claim, the source asserts that historical records and Earth science confirm this event has happened at least 5 times in Earth's prehistory.
5 times. Really? Does actual science confirm that?
Well, conventional science might interpret geological or paleontological records very differently. But this perspective suggests that things like ancient myths, flood legends, maybe unexplained geological shifts, they're actually echoes of these previous solar flashes.
So they're reinterpreting existing data through this lens.
Exactly. Lending this sense of a recurring cosmic rhythm to the whole phenomenon, like history repeating on a vast cosmic scale.
Okay, so if this cosmic event, this great solar flash, is supposedly so powerful, potentially imminent, what does it mean for our physical planet? Like, what are we experiencing right now, or what should we be experiencing?
That's the key question, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like we should be seeing some pretty big changes here on Earth, not just energetically, but in tangible, observable ways.
That's right. It's not just abstract cosmic energy floating around. Our sources, they paint a picture of our own planet responding traumatically to these incoming energies.
The Pleiadian light forces transmission specifically describes our magnetic fields entering a phase of extreme turbulence.
Extreme turbulence.
Yeah.
That sounds unsettling.
It does. It's almost as if the Earth itself is reacting, flexing and shifting under this immense cosmic pressure.
And what's fascinating here is just the sheer breadth of phenomena they describe as direct results of this multidimensional transition, influencing not just the planet, but all living beings on it.
All living beings. Okay.
The source details how the entire electromagnetic structure of the planet is being influenced and is changing right now.
The whole structure.
Yeah, and this isn't subtle. It's portrayed as a fundamental alteration to Earth's protective energetic layers, impacting everything from, say, global communications, technology, to the navigation systems of migratory animals, maybe even influencing human mood and mental states.
Wow. Okay. Are there specific physical examples?
Definitely. They list very tangible geophysical changes. For instance, according to this perspective, ocean currents are apparently regularizing their ancient patterns.
Regularizing, like going back to how they used to be.
Yeah, suggesting a return to a more primordial balanced flow, which of course could affect global weather, marine ecosystems, everything.
All right.
Magnetic poles are accelerating their migration. Now, that's something observed by conventional science, the pole shift.
Yeah, I've read about that.
But here, it's attributed directly to these cosmic influences, as Earth's energetic scaffolding kind of rearranges itself.
Okay.
Even the Earth's inner core is described as changing its rotation, which is a profound geophysical shift. That would impact the entire planetary system, potentially altering the planet's spin, generating huge internal stresses.
Changing rotation. Oh, wow.
And alongside these, they point to volcanic and seismic activity increasing in intensity globally, which from this viewpoint is a clear indicator of immense internal planetary stress. Energetic release, like a planetary purge almost. And of course, the impact on our atmosphere is just as dramatic. The sources state that storms, floods, and fires are reaching historical levels.
Which we are definitely seeing.
We are. But crucially, these are framed not as random, isolated disasters.
Right.
They're called physical echoes of the developing multidimensional change. They're presented as active signs that the planet is retuning to a higher frequency.
So the chaos is part of the process.
Exactly. A necessary energetic cleansing process as Earth shifts its vibrational state. It suggests that the seeming chaos in our weather is actually purposeful, integral to Earth's own ascension, a way for the planet to shed old energies and align with the new, higher frequency. It's a comprehensive transformation, touching every aspect of our planet's physical and energetic being. Earth's own grand energetic recalibration, really.
Wow. So it's not just about bigger storms or shifting magnetic poles seen as isolated events. These sources also talk about realms beginning to overlap and the veil thinning, leading to intensified vibrational interference. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's a fascinating concept.
It sounds like a blending of realities, maybe. A blurring of lines between what we normally see as solid and separate.
Precisely. It's described as this dynamic, active process where a point of chaos emerges.
Chaos.
But, and this is key, it's presented not as destruction, but as the sacred friction of transformation.
Sacred friction. I like that phrase.
Me too. It suggests the apparent disorder we see is actually a necessary part of a much larger, purposeful reordering. Think of like a chrysalis, right? The caterpillar undergoes immense internal chaos, a breakdown of its old form before it emerges as a butterfly.
Right. Transformation isn't always neat.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And this energetic clash where lower and higher frequencies meet is now dramatically manifesting in Earth's weather systems. That's their explanation for the extreme, unprecedented events we're witnessing globally.
Okay, so the weather is a direct manifestation of this energetic clash.
That's the idea. And it's all being fueled by this massive energy influx. The transmission states that large flows of high-frequency plasma are flooding the heliosphere.
The heliosphere. That's the area around the sun, right? Influenced by solar wind.
Exactly, that vast region of space. So this intense plasma, in turn, is charging Earth's magnetosphere and atmospheric layers.
Charging them up.
Yeah. The magnetosphere is Earth's magnetic shield, right? Deflects solar winds. So this charging means our planet is just being saturated with these high-frequency energies,
Right.
creating this profound energetic buildup around us.
Wow.
This whole process, it's explicitly termed the great arrival of a cosmic crescendo.
A cosmic crescendo, like a peak.
Exactly, indicating a peak energy buildup, a monumental moment in Earth's energetic evolution, where all these factors are converging to trigger a profound, irreversible shift.
It truly sounds like our world isn't just changing around us, but changing through us.
That's a good way to put it.
You might even be feeling this cosmic pressure, in your own body, your mind, maybe without even realizing its source.
Quite possibly.
Which leads us perfectly into, well, how are we as individuals experiencing this grand cosmic event? If everything around us is undergoing such profound shifts, it stands to reason we're not immune, right? Okay, let's unpack this part. If the planet itself is undergoing such a massive energetic shift, this tuning, how does that actually manifest in us as individuals?
Yeah, the personal experience.
Our sources suggest we can already be experiencing what they call the cosmic pressure and also the ascensional potential of this pretty profound time.
Right.
It's not just happening out there in the solar system or in Earth's core, it's happening in here, within each of us, on a really personal, intimate level.
And this raises an important question, doesn't it? Are the intense internal shifts many people are feeling? Are they just personal struggles? Or are they, as these sources suggest, a direct response to the bigger planetary and cosmic changes?
Good question.
The Pleiadian transmission outlines several specific precursors and clear signs that individuals might be experiencing as these cosmic energy levels reach critical thresholds.
Critical thresholds, like tipping points.
Exactly. A point where the energetic saturation around us and within us gets so intense, it triggers these profound internal recalibrations. And they're not subtle shifts. They're described as deeply transformative. Let's start with the emotional and mental stuff. The source describes emotional avalanches or surges.
Emotional avalanches, like intense mood swings.
Maybe more than that.
I think.
Profound, intense emotional experiences. Bursts of joy, sudden waves of sadness, maybe surges of anger that seem to come out of nowhere.
Okay.
These are said to break old limits within us, forcing us to confront long-held patterns, beliefs, emotional blockages we've carried.
Right, stuff coming up to be cleared.
Exactly. And crucially, they're often followed by radical inner clarity and soul realignment.
Ah, so there's a purpose to the intensity.
That's the implication. These intense periods serve a transformative purpose, clearing out old, dense energies to make way for a more authentic, higher vibrational self, aligning us more closely with our soul's true purpose. And the clarity that follows can be apparently quite astonishing, like a sudden understanding of past events or life choices, Then there are the perceptual and intuitive enhancements. According to this perspective, people might start experiencing prophetic and multidimensional visions.
Visions, like actual seeing things.
Maybe not always literal visual hallucinations. It could be vivid insights, symbols popping into your mind, maybe brief visual flashes that offer glimpses into future possibilities or other layers of reality, or just intense inner knowing, symbolic imagery.
Okay. And dreams.
Yeah, lucid dreams that challenge linear time are mentioned. Dreams where you're fully aware you're dreaming. You can interact with the dream environment.
I've had those.
Right. And these dreams are said to potentially reveal future timelines and past lives, offering a much broader, nonlinear understanding of our own existence, our journey, suggesting our consciousness isn't just stuck in the present moment. The concept of timelines changing rapidly is also introduced, implying a kind of fluidity in our perceived reality, where choices made now can instantly shift our potential future.
It's like jumping tracks.
Sort of, yeah. Allowing for a quantum leap to higher realities instantly, meaning a rapid, discontinuous jump in our personal vibration and the reality we experience, rather than just slow, steady progress.
Or quantum leap. Okay.
It's like an acceleration of personal evolution, where you can literally step into a new, higher vibrational version of your life experience almost overnight. And finally, these shifts can manifest as guided experiences, a clearer sense of purpose.
How so?
The sources highlight intense and guided synchronicities. Those coincidences that feel too perfect, too meaningful to be random.
Oh yeah, definitely. Seeing the same number everywhere or running into the right person.
Exactly. Repeatedly seeing certain numbers, encountering specific people with timely messages, finding the exact information you need just when you need it. These synchronicities are described as serving as transmissions from higher dimensions, like cosmic breadcrumbs guiding our path, affirming we're on the right track.
Okay.
And many people, you might find, are feeling an irresistible magnetic force attracting them toward their highest destiny. A powerful, undeniable pull towards their true calling, their soul purpose.
A magnetic pull.
Yeah, not just a vague feeling, a deep inner knowing. And these experiences are linked to the activation of the soul mission and divine preparation for this unique moment in time.
So it's all connected, the inner stirrings and the outer changes.
It's presented that way, yes. as if these inner shifts are perfectly synchronized with the planetary changes, preparing us for a grander role in this unfolding cosmic drama, empowering us to step into our true potential.
It really sounds like our entire perception of reality time, dreams, even our sense of purpose is being rewired and amplified from the inside out.
That's a good summary of the claim, yeah.
It's a lot to take in, and it really reframes any personal struggles we might be having, doesn't it? Suggesting they could be part of this much bigger cosmic process, not just isolated personal challenges.
It offers that perspective, certainly.
Which brings us to a crucial question, I think. What about our role in all this? If all this is happening, what, if anything, is asked of us? So what does this all mean for us? Where do we fit in? Our second source, this beautiful message from the Planetary Council, channeled by Za, it offers a really profound, heart-centered perspective on our role in this whole grand unfolding.
Shifting focus a bit.
Yeah, it moves from the external cosmic events more towards our internal state, our choices, and it presents us with this deeply personal invitation.
And what's fascinating here from the Planetary Council's perspective is how they personify Earth as a conscious living being.
Earth as conscious.
Yes, the message states that our planet is actively elevating its frequency toward a new vibrational state, a new octave, a new cycle.
So Earth isn't just passive, it's choosing this.
That's the implication. Earth isn't just a stage for cosmic events, but an active participant in its own evolution, consciously choosing to move into a higher energetic dimension.
Okay.
And in this process, as Earth ascends, it extends an invitation to all its children. That's us, humanity.
An invitation.
Essentially asking each of us, do you want to continue this journey of learning in a more loving reality?
Wow, that's quite direct.
It is, but it's not presented as a command or an ultimatum, more like a gentle yet powerful invitation to align with its higher frequency, to consciously participate in this shift towards a more harmonious, love-filled existence.
And the choice is ours?
According to this message, yes.
Yeah.
The choice is entirely ours.
And then the Planetary Council poses this very personal question, one that I think many of us silently ask ourselves, especially during times of intense change like this.
What's the question?
Have I done enough to ascend?
Ah, yes, that feeling of am I good enough? Am I ready?
Exactly. It speaks to that deep yearning for self-improvement, for spiritual growth. That self-assessment many of us do. When we feel these huge planetary and personal shifts, we look inward and wonder, are we measuring up? Are we truly ready for what's supposedly coming?
And this raises that important question again. How do we even begin to answer that? Such a profound query about our readiness, especially when we might feel like there's so much still to learn, or we look back at past choices with regret.
Right. How do we gauge that?
Well, the Planetary Council explains it's not about judgment or rigid external criteria. Instead, it's framed as a vibrational selection.
Vibrational selection.
Yeah, tuning of the soul, as they put it, where each being decides internally if they're ready to live by love, or if maybe they need to continue learning in other ways, or perhaps at other times.
So it's an internal resonance, a choice from the heart.
Exactly. Not a test you pass or fail based on external actions alone. And crucially, the Council offers this really compassionate perspective, clarifying that there are no punishments or mistakes, only lessons guided by the wisdom of the soul.
Oh, that's huge. No punishments or mistakes.
It's profoundly comforting, isn't it? It emphasizes self-compassion, understanding, over harsh self-criticism. It means every experience, every perceived misstep is just an opportunity for growth, for learning, ultimately guiding us closer to our soul's wisdom.
So it really takes the pressure off performance.
Completely. It's about that internal resonance, that heartfelt choice, not some kind of cosmic performance review.
That's a huge relief for many, I'm sure. It takes immense pressure off this whole idea of ascension. So the key then, according to these universal laws they talk about, it isn't about achieving some impossible perfection or ticking off a checklist of spiritual accomplishments.
Not at all.
It's about the orientation of the heart, is that right? Where we're coming from in our intentions, our actions, rather than just the outward appearance.
Absolutely. The Council makes it clear the core test, if you can call it that, isn't about being flawless. It's about genuine intention and consistent effort. They pose this fundamental, yet really practical question for self-reflection. Do you live by love more than half the time?
More than half the time. How literal is that?
Well, I don't think it's meant as an arbitrary, literal metric you need to track with a spreadsheet.
Okay, good.
It means, are your decisions, thoughts, and actions predominantly born of care, compassion, and consciousness of unity? Is that the general trend?
The overall pattern.
Yes. It's a practical, lived philosophy. Like in your daily interactions when you make a choice, is it rooted more often in empathy and understanding, or more in fear and self-interest? When you think about others, is it generally with kindness or judgment? It's about that consistent internal stance the majority of the time. And here's the really encouraging part of this perspective. Even if you stumble or hesitate sometimes, which we all do.
Right, human nature.
Exactly. If the majority of your intentions are centered on the common good, on service to others, then, they say, you are firmly walking towards ascension.
That provides immense comfort and clarity.
It really does. It acknowledges the human experience of imperfection. And service to others here doesn't have to mean grand humanitarian gestures.
Yeah.
It can be as simple as a kind word, a moment of presence for someone, an act of thoughtful assistance in your daily life. The message reassures us that the infinite creator does not demand perfection. It demands sincerity.
Sincerity over perfection. I like that.
Me too. Every authentic attempt to act with love counts more than 1,000 moments of failure. This perspective really emphasizes that the genuine, heartfelt effort, the consistent attempt to choose love, that's what truly matters, far outweighs any perceived shortcomings or momentary lapses.
So it's a continuous choice, a constant recalibration of the heart. Okay, let's unpack this even further. The Planetary Council's message, it isn't just about how we interact with the world or with other people. It places immense importance on how we treat ourselves.
Self-love.
Yeah. It identifies this as a foundational piece of the Ascension puzzle. It's not enough to just beam love outwards if we're withholding it from within, right?
That's a critical insight, absolutely. And the Council speaks directly to a common challenge, especially among people who identify as light bearers or spiritually minded folks.
What's the challenge?
Many, they explain, have learned to love others but deny themselves that same love.
Guilty as charged sometimes.
Right. That self-neglect, that tendency towards harsh internal criticism, self-judgment, feelings of unworthiness, can be a significant barrier to ascension, according to this view.
How so?
It creates an energetic incongruence, a disconnect between the love we project outwards and the love we allow ourselves to receive and feel internally. The message is really clear. Loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and recognizing yourself as worthy is essential.
Essential, not just nice to have.
Exactly. It's not merely a feel-good sentiment. It's presented as a fundamental spiritual practice. The Council elaborates, stating that when you look in the mirror and see yourself with compassion, you are actively breaking the chains of judgment that hold you to the old energy.
Breaking the chains of judgment.
Yeah. Implying a profound emotional and energetic release, shedding the vibrational density of self-condemnation and actually raising your own personal frequency. Practicing self-forgiveness for past mistakes, for example, releases those karmic ties, frees up energy for present moment growth.
So it's about actively choosing love for yourself, even when it feels difficult, especially when faced with challenges or your own imperfections. The Council emphasizes that every negative impulse is an opportunity to choose again with the heart.
Choose again with the heart, yeah.
It sounds like it requires constant realignment, moment by moment, needs a lot of self-awareness, conscious effort, turning what feels like a setback into a chance for deeper self-compassion and a new choice.
Exactly. And the Council reiterates that true ascension doesn't depend on external factors like dates or prophecies, which is an interesting contrast maybe to the Pleiadian transmission's focus on timing and cosmic events.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Instead, ascension is presented here as a mirror that reveals your inner vibration.
Yeah.
And that reflection. It's something you build with every decision.
You build it yourself.
Yes. Your internal state, your vibrational frequency, is a direct result of your conscious choices, moment by moment. It's an ongoing internal creation, not some certain external event that just happens to you.
Okay.
And to guide this internal process, the Council poses these profound questions for self-reflection, especially relevant when the world feels chaotic. Do you know how to stop, breathe, and remember who you are when the world is in turmoil?
Stop, breathe, remember who you are.
These, they say, are the true questions of the soul. And remembering who you are seems to imply recollecting your divine essence, right? Your true nature as a loving, conscious being beyond the temporary roles and challenges of daily life.
So practical tools for chaotic times.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Not just philosophical musings. They're invitations to practice present moment awareness, self-recollection, especially when things feel overwhelming. And for those who feel like they still have a long way to go, there's immense encouragement.
Oh.
If you feel you still have a long way to go, celebrate. because you were ready to transform it.
Celebrate having a long way to go. That's counterintuitive.
It is, but it reframes perceived shortcomings or feelings of inadequacy not as failures, but as powerful opportunities, signs that you're aware and ready for immediate growth, for conscious transformation.
That's incredibly empowering, actually. It makes Ascension feel much more accessible. Not like a single distant destination you might never reach, but an ongoing journey that begins and continues with each conscious choice you make right now.
Exactly.
And this internal work, it isn't just for you, is it? It doesn't just impact your own well-being. The Council actually calls it a planetary service.
A planetary service.
Yeah. Connecting our personal transformation directly to the broader collective elevation of humanity and Earth itself.
Yes. The message beautifully elaborates on how this individual effort contributes to the whole. It states, your light inspires, your example sows, even without words.
Your light inspires.
Meaning, by simply living in coherence, by embodying that choice of love and compassion in your thoughts, words, actions, you radiate a higher frequency, naturally. And this elevates the vibrational field of all humanity around you, even if subtly, directly helping to give birth to a new Earth.
A new Earth, again, meaning a higher vibrational reality, not a different planet.
Exactly. A new collective experience for this planet. One of greater peace, harmony, unity consciousness. So your inner work creates this ripple effect, a subtle but powerful energetic contribution to the collective shift.
Wow.
And the Council provides this profound comfort and affirmation here. If your journey has been marked by the desire to love, to heal, to learn, then you are already ascending.
Already ascending.
Perhaps you don't see it clearly yet, but your being knows it. And the entire universe celebrates each of your luminous decisions.
That's beautiful.
It really is. A message of profound reassurance. Recognition for the inner work so many people are already doing, often silently, without external validation. Affirming its profound importance in this whole grand cosmic unfolding.
So, what does this all mean? Wow, we've journeyed from these grand cosmic orchestrations described by the Pleiadian light forces, the imminent great solar flash, its dramatic effects on Earth's physical and energetic system.
The big picture stuff.
All the way to this deeply personal invitation from the Planetary Council for each of us to ascend simply through the profound choice of love.
From the cosmic to the personal.
Yeah, it's a vast narrative, isn't it? Universal change interwoven with individual empowerment and this very clear call to inner alignment.
And that beautiful message from Za, channeled from the Planetary Council. It really encourages us to let go of that persistent, nagging, self-doubting question that so many carry, have I done enough to ascend?
Yeah, that question can be paralyzing.
It can. And instead, to transform that concern into a powerful, present moment affirmation. It's a shift from questioning your readiness to actively embodying it now.
And maybe let's make that affirmation together, right here and now, just reflecting on all these profound insights. I am choosing love here and now.
Simple but powerful.
Right. The sources remind us that by consistently making this choice, by centering your intentions on care, compassion, unity, you are absolutely doing your part in this monumental planetary and personal transformation. You're contributing to the very reality you wish to see unfold.
Which leaves us with an important question, I think. Something for you, the listener, to carry forward. In a world that often feels driven by external forces, by fear, by division, what would it truly look like? What would change? If each of us committed, truly committed, moment by moment to living from that place of love here and now? And how might that collective, conscious commitment actually accelerate the very planetary and personal ascension we've explored today, transforming the world in ways we can maybe only begin to imagine?
It's a powerful thought, isn't it?
It is. Like a living experiment we can all participate in, right where we are, starting now.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into these really profound ideas and the unique perspectives offered by these particular sources.
Yeah, lots to think about.
Definitely. We encourage you to reflect on these concepts, explore what resonates with you personally, and maybe consider how they might shape your understanding of the incredible, intense times we seem to be living through. Until next time, keep diving deep.